The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Hello, good afternoon and welcome once again live here in RSTV, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. The program is Stewardship. But before we begin with the program, let's have my take as usual. The local governments, otherwise called counties and municipalities in the US, are supposed to be closest arm of government to the people. The chairman and the councillors are chosen from among the people and are expected to live among the people and be accessible to. Indeed, local government administration is the true meaning of government of the people, by the people, and for the people, going by Abraham Lincoln's postulation. It is worthy of note that the 1976 local government reforms gave credence to the institutionalization of the local government system in Nigeria. The question, therefore, on the lips of every Nigerian is how well are the administrators of this third tier of government sojourned since its inception. However, the local government administration is not without its challenges, such as statutory provisions from the Constitution, revenue generation, and lack of security apparatus. Today on the program, Stewardship, we shall be discussing local government administration and how it affects the people. With me in the studio to have a discourse on the topic is a graduate of law from the River State University. He attended the Nigerian Law School, Lagos, and was called to BARR in 1998. He served the People's Democratic Party at the local government level as legal advisor for 8 years. He also got elected as state auditor and legal advisor to the party. He has since remained an active politician. My guest is the chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Council, Barrister Benjamin Israel Eke. Mr. Chairman, you're welcome to Stewardship here in our state.
Thank you very much.
Well, to participate in this discussion program, you shall call 080-3341-3360. Once again, 080-3341-3360 or SMS 081725-23884. Again, 081725-23884. Only SMS. You can also watch RSTV on GoTV channel 103 and Start Times on channel 113. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid, your uncle. As you join me, as we put the chairman on hot and cold seat. Mr. Chairman, once again, welcome to Stewardship.
Thank you.
Now, you are chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Area.
Yeah.
Your position as chairman is like a governor in the state. You are like a governor, the chief executive of your local government area. What's the difference between the governor and you statutorily?
I don't see any difference at all. If there is any, then it's little. I know that at the state level, the governor is the chief executive, and then the local government, the chairman of council, is the chief executive. I only see a distinction, a difference when it comes to the impeachment process of a chairman. A chairman can be impeached.
By the legislative arm. Why is it so?
Well,
is the constitutional
provision? Certainly. Sorry, by the local government laws. Okay. Certainly, they need to get to the state assembly
for ratification.
For ratification, yes.
Are you comfortable with such a thing?
Well, if the draftsman has said so, who am I to query that?
It's okay, Mr. Chairman. You are barely 3 months old in office. What specific experience would you want to share with us here to show that you are in touch with the people?
Well, I can say that within the past 3 months, the council is a place to be, especially for persons who have the interests of their people at heart. I know that for me, with what the governor said, he charged us to stay in our councils. And me, that very particular day I was sworn in, or was sworn in, I moved into the council and moved into the chairman's lodge. And it's been fun being with the people. I'm close to them. I feel everything about them, and we are on.
Okay, as a follow-up question to that, in a couple of weeks from now, you'll be 100 days in office, which is approximately 3 months. Do you have anything to show within this period of time you have been in office?
Yes.
Anything on ground? Can you share with us?
So many. But like you said, we're just three months old. I know as a fact that we have been taking empowerment, programs very seriously. From the very first month we were sworn in. Well, I am not a publicity freak, but I do know that we have empowered quite a number of persons that is there. Now, again, we're taking sanitation very seriously. From the very first month we came into office, we employed 50 persons. And now AHOADA is neat. AHOADA is about the neatest town in River State.
But this 50% on your payroll?
Of course. From the very first day. And so we're doing our best. We have also employed about 13 women as cleaners, so to speak, to also show that we're taking sanitation seriously. Let me say that for those in the coastal communities, we know of their hardships, we know the things they are going through. So we have bought 20 boats to enable them ferry their products, like that. We have also printed 20,000 extensions.
What about the adjoining roads to the various communities in AHOADA East? Are they accessible by road? The communities linking the headquarters?
Yeah, they are quite accessible. But
you talked about buying them ferry boats and all of that.
Yes.
What about the roads?
The roads are accessible, but of course, we need to also do more. So with time, we're going to help grade the roads and all that.
Mr. Chairman, you are supposed to be accessible to your people. Are you? And then where do you live to administer as chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Area?
Yeah, I live in AHOADA.
Do you live in Port Harcourt or you live in AHOADA?
I live in AHOADA.
That will be confirmed when viewers participate.
I don't have any problems with that. I live in
Tell us about it. Because most chairmen, when they are elected or appointed, they stay in Port Harcourt. And they lose touch with the people. They don't even know, they don't feel the pulse of the people's heart. What is it in your own case?
Well, I told you, I'm in touch with my people. From the very first day we were sworn in, I moved into the council and I moved into the chairman's lodge. And that is where I operate from till today.
You live in AHOADA town?
I live in AHOADA town.
I see. Well, most administrations complain about poor revenue. What is it like with the AHOADA East Local Government Area? Do you also have a poor revenue base? What's your monthly allocation like? And how do you distribute them to what?
Let me answer the first part of it. We have a very poor allocation. I'll say that we earn the least apart from 2 other local governments in River State. And so we do our best always to...
Why is it so? Is it what it contributes to the center or something?
Well, so many factors, I will say. So many factors, because I do know that right now we're doing our best in terms of IGR. Virtually all the revenue points now we have persons who are sent to man them. But I think it had to do with the census and all that some years back, 2003 to 5. I didn't think our people were actually captured. And so that actually made our revenue base, I would say, to dwindle. Local governments like AHOADA West, Abua, earn about 50 million ahead of us. It's that bad. So that's what we're talking about. So in terms of allocation, we're not doing well at all.
Is that so?
Yeah. It's about the list I told you.
Does it affect your regular payment of salaries?
No.
What's your staff strength like?
We don't joke with payment of salaries.
What's your staff strength like, including the potential appointees and all that?
The career staff, about 990 something, almost 1,000. The political appointees should be about 17 for the supervisors, councillors. Now if you add the councillors again, the elected councillors, then it should be about 30 thereabout, and about No, about 35. About 35.
Including political appointees?
I'm not talking about my own appointees.
Okay.
I'm not talking about my
own traditional staff.
The traditional staff. The ones elected, the ones by the local government laws are supposed to be there, like the councillors, financial councillors, the advisors. We have 13 councillors elected. We have 5 advisors. We have 6 supervisors, although the deputy chairman is one of them automatically. So we're talking about 10, 13, about 24 added to the staff strength, which is, so we have over 1,020 staff.
Would you consider that as an over-bloated staff strength?
I would say...
How are you able to match the resources to that staff strength?
That is a problem we have. That's a problem. And then I've told them, in fact, we're doing a letter, seriously.
To who? To which body?
We're doing it to the commission. But we won't send it until we finish with our staff audit. Okay. We're doing a personnel audit once we're done with it, because we are sure that a whole lot of the persons there, especially junior staff, are not from the LGA. And that is seriously weighing down on us. So we're doing a letter asking that they be transferred back to their local governments. So at least we'll have some, opportunity to do some work, because I would say their strength, their presence in the area is affecting us drastically. Okay. And so we can't do much. But then we are doing our best to pay our salaries promptly. Promptly, we are not going anybody.
All right. Now, your sister local government area, Asari-Toro local government area, recently announced 1,000 employment of young men and women. If given the opportunity, would you do the same? Or what would be your own way of employing people, empowering people in your local government area?
Well, I told you earlier, we started our empowerment program from the very first month. So it's not new to me. And only last week we told the world leaders to submit 100 names per ward. Meaning that if we're talking about employment, we're talking about 1,300. So you can't compare us at all. We're doing better in terms of empowerment.
Now, Mr. Chairman, you are chairman of AHOADA East local government area, and AHOADA per se is the oldest local government area, one of the oldest local government area in Nigeria, the old AHOADA division. Today, if you go to that headquarters, it's still a rural settlement. Do you have any plans to transform AHOADA to be a modern, to have a modern city status? What are the plans you have?
Well, we have a whole lot of plans. About 3 weeks back, we constituted the local government land allocation committee. Among other things, they will have to help us, in the planning of the area. Now, the chairman of that body, that committee, is a registered surveyor. Now, the secretary served as the chief town planner of the LGA for almost 35 years. So and they are doing a lot. They brought some proposals to us, and then we're looking at it. Seriously, I know that their report is going to impact on us positively. But let me just say, even without waiting for them.
If you will recall, AHOADA East was created in 1996.
Oh, yes.
Does it give you concern that up till now it still has a rural status?
No, it does. But let me tell you this. We have started the construction, I would say the process to construct AHOADA Stadium. Okay. Now, what we have done is to re-establish, the beacons of the stadium site. We have about 100.
We will take a quick break, and then we'll return. The phone lines are already buzzing. They won't take them now. After the break, we shall be connecting to our viewers who are very itching to participate in this important program. We'll take a short break. Don't go away. Stewardship with SNB. Well, you are still on to the program Stewardship, and my guest is the chairman of AHOADA East local government area, the Honorable Barrister Ben Eke. You can participate on this program via the number 0803-341-3360. And then we also have another number for text messages only, 081 081-725-23884. Again, 081-725-23884. Mr. Chairman, let's throw a little light on the AHOADA status. One would wonder why, since the creation of AHOADA East local government area, the headquarters still has a rural status. I believe that when we open the phone lines, our callers will maybe express their concern. Does it give you concern that after successive governments, after all the monies allocated to AHOADA East, the city is still rural?
Well, what I can say...
And what are the deliberate plans you have to transform it?
What I can say is that the presence of the military for quite some time affected AHOADA East. Because for democratically elected leaders, particularly since 1996, I would say they've been trying. I can tell you that. I can tell you that we had the likes of Justice Eke. In his own time, he did well. He did well. Somebody like Stephen Iwamadweni, he also did well. He built, structures and all that. Cassidy Kebidi did very well. But like you said, before then, there was serious neglect. There was serious neglect, and so we intend to improve on what my predecessors, I would say, have done. Right now, we have started the process to start the construction of AHOADA Stadium, and so we have done the delineation of the beacons, and so.
Did you acquire new land?
No. We got that land since 1981, and it's about 184 plots. 184 plots, and so from that's next month.
Why stadium? One would have thought that it would have rolled out deliberate employment or empowerment programs. So will that put food on the table of the people?
Of course.
Tell us.
I'll tell you why first. Now, it will interest you to know that if we want to host or hold any kind of function in AHOADA, we rent, pay for venue, and is that bad?
For this number of years that AHOADA has existed?
I can tell you that we pay as much as 150,000, 200,000 to host events, and is that bad for us? Again, we have a whole lot of youths that are, they are quite athletic and ready to, go into sporting activities. We do know that if we start the project, it's going to impact on us. I use that seriously. I would say not meaningfully engaged now. Can go into sporting activities. Again, that can also fetch us some money, because instead of people going to hire those places like Catholic Church Field, they will, come to AHOADA Stadium and a whole lot of other things. Now, if that place opens, certainly those who have land around that axis will develop their areas. And of course, economically, you know what that means. So, and a whole lot of other things. But you see, in terms of empowerment, I told you, right from when we started our empowerment programs. Now, the employment of 50 persons on sanitation is an empowerment scheme. I've told you that we employed about 13 persons as cleaners. It's an empowerment thing, and we intend to, improve on that. Now, we have the intention of renovating skills acquisition unit in AHOADA. Now, the process will soon start. After the renovation, by His grace, we have somebody, we have this C4. We intend to partner with them, and they are ready to equip the place for us. That is for empowerment scheme. But let me also tell you that only last week, we directed the special advisor on youth, because we need to also look at how much we have. So
you mean special advisor to the governor?
No. I'm talking about at the local government level. To at least get one person from each of the wards for skills, and all that. We intend to sponsor them, learn some skills. We intend to do that monthly. If we take the 10% out of the streets, monthly, you know what that means, until we finish the skills acquisition unit.
Mr. Chairman, the phone lines are buzzing. We'll just take the first call and then we'll continue with that thought. Hello, good afternoon. This is RSTV Port Harcourt. The program is Stewardship. You may say your name. Yes.
I'm Achugo Davis, sir.
You're who?
Achugo Davis.
Okay.
I'm calling from AHOADA.
Thank you so much. You may please make your contributions.
I want to say that the person of Barrister Ben, aka the LGA chairman, has done so well in AHOADA East in terms of youth empowerment and also several appointments given to our youth and our elders. In fact, in all the sectors, he has touched lives in AHOADA East. And in terms of security, there is security in AHOADA East. Everything is going well. So that is my contribution. I want to commend him and also encourage him to do more.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is RTV Port Harcourt.
Okay, this.
We lost that call, Mr. Chairman. But Mr. Chairman, while we wait for the lines to be clear, if you're a lawyer and if you cast your mind back to the 1976 local government reforms, you will agree with me that that was one moment that defined the specific duties of the local government administration system in Nigeria. Specifically, the 1976 local government administration reforms spelled out the functions, the primary functions of the local government, which is provision of primary health care and of course educational facilities and even natural resources, excluding minerals. Here in the state government had long taken over the payment of teacher salaries. They build, reconstruct educational settings and all that. Virtually, state government is doing everything. Mr. Ben, okay, Chairman AHOADA East, what are you doing with your money specifically, having taken over this burden from you by the state government?
Well, I just informed you that we have been engaging in empowerment of our people. But let me also say that in terms of education, as you just mentioned, we have printed 20,000 exercise books ready for distribution on Monday. As I speak to you now, we have taken statistics of the first, second, and third best students in each of the public schools, and we intend to register them in their WAEC, this particular season. We are doing a lot, in respect of education, seriously, taking it seriously, and
because money that you would have spent.
Let me finish.
Yes.
Let me finish. We are also engaging our students on debates, competition and quiz, and that will start next month. So we're taking education seriously. Now, in terms of the elders, medicals, let me tell you that we have said in every quarter we are going to carry out free medicals, and by next week, as I speak to you, we're in touch with some eye doctors, I would say, who are ready to give free medicals. We have to provide accommodation and other necessary logistics for them to do that, and we are going to provide them, let me say, money for the purchase of drugs and all that. So we're taking medicals too very seriously.
Mr. Chairman, you continue with that thought. Let's take this caller. Oh, we lost it. You may continue. Yes. Yeah. What you're doing with your money.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I told you about the purchase of 20 boats for those in the coastal communities. I've also told you about our plans.
Go on.
Our plans to ensure that
Hello? Excuse me. Hello? Hello, this is RTV Port Harcourt and the program is Stewardship. Hello? Hello? But we have some technical problems. I believe that our partners will quickly fix the phone lines and we'll go on with it. Yes, continue.
So we have a whole lot, we have taken statistics of the health centers, and as I speak to you, we have proposals about 2 or 3 for the renovation of your health center. That's one hospital, that was built since 1985. We intend to renovate same. We requested for 2 doctors from the NYSC. And then that application has been granted. We did that. Now, it will interest you to also know that
go on.
the coppers have shown their readiness to come. So in less than no time now, we'll start the renovation of that particular health center. We are also renovating, by His grace, the health center at AHOADA. That health center was built in 2005, and then it's not looking too good now. We're starting the renovation, and then one of the doctors will be posted to that particular hospital. So we have a whole lot for our people in terms of health care. And let me also tell you that the oldest man and oldest woman in each of our communities is paid monthly. It's to show, yes. And we started
to the tune of how much?
No, it's not much, but 5,000. But of course, it's something. It shows that if we had, more than that,
it shows that Beneke cares.
We care for our people.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let me ask: would you say that your points of agenda is in tandem with the needs of the people in all facets of administration?
Very well, because we are bringing a new perspective to governance. I would say wherein the interest of the people counts first. Yes, and we're doing just that. We're doing those things that are opposite in the circumstance.
We'll take this call and then continue. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. This is RTV Port Harcourt. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, we lost the call again. Yes, Mr. Chairman, your points of agenda, if they are in tandem with the needs of your people.
Yeah.
Did you carry out needs assessment?
Of course.
In your electioneering campaign?
Of course.
And then how did you arrive at what the various communities need in terms of infrastructure, empowerment, and all that? Tell us about it.
I'll tell you. During our campaigns, we went to all the communities in the LG. And I want to tell you that I'm loved by my people, and they're expecting so much from me. During the campaigns, they gave me, enough gifts, including cows.
Okay.
7 cows, 28 goats,
the community,
and over 500 wrappers. Yes. So I first of all feel I owe them a duty to deliver the dividends of democracy to them. And that's just what we're doing. But don't forget, we have only taken 2 months' salaries. And as I speak to you, we are
2 or 3 months?
2 months. 2 months. That is directly from us. Because we came in June. Naturally, whatever salaries and all that in that June were not prepared by the vouchers were not prepared by us. So, but this is the 2nd month we are taking salaries officially, allocation officially. And so, although it's too early to judge, but so far so good. I would say we are working in tandem with, the reasons and the objectives behind, our election, I would say.
Mr. Chairman, we'll come back again. We'll take another short break and then come back to you for more interesting conversation. Please stay with us. Stewardship with SNB. You're welcome back once again to the program Stewardship, and my guest hasn't changed. The chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Area, the Honorable Barrister Eke. Mr. Chairman, this time around we'll take more of telephone calls from the public. They are itching to participate. Hello, good afternoon. This is Stewardship. We're live on. Yes. Say your name and where you're calling from, please.
I am Ready Otuwariko.
Yes.
Ready Otuwariko.
Ready Otuwariko. Where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt, but I'm from AHOADA East.
Thank you so much. You may make your contributions or ask your questions.
Yes, I am particularly concerned about security.
Okay.
Yes, I was the Amnesty Secretary of AHOADA East, AHOADA West, and then it was really tough.
Okay.
But it's very surprising now that in AHOADA East, we do not hear any case of kidnapping. We've not heard of burglary anymore, killing. Of course, I am sure, Braid, you know how AHOADA was then.
Yes, go on.
Yes, I was invited to your station in one of the programs, but it was tough. I could not make it.
Okay. I
have your number. I think it's Solo Braid, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes. So it was tough in AHOADA. But since Benjamin Eke entered, we are really sleeping. In fact, the work of the amnesty committee is less now. In fact, we hardly do any work now because the atmosphere is calm. Everybody is going about their normal business. So the only contribution I want to make or advice I want to give to the chairman is that let him keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Most of the boys, he is already drawing close. Let him pamper them and then empower them the way he has done. The groups he has empowered, he has allocated, let him keep it up so that AHOADA East will be permanently peaceful.
Thank you so much, Radio 2 Aripo.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I want you to throw a little light on security. That has been, your area has been a flashpoint and a source of concern for security. Briefly comment on security in the area.
Well, I would say that relatively AHOADA is peaceful now. We were charged to take security seriously upon being sworn in. And so what we're doing is just to complement the efforts of the state governor. What are we supposed to do? Just to provide the logistics, for the security agencies to do their work. That's exactly what we're doing.
Let me quickly read out some text messages here that just came in. Barrister Ben Eke, the man that is fit for the job to transform AHOADA East local government area. God will continue to protect you from, this is from Martins Odo or so. Maybe these are some of your fans. Yeah, Martins Odo, thank you so much. Then another one here. Without mincing word, AHOADA East has enjoyed dividends of democracy in this Yeson Wiki and Barrister Ben Eke-led administration. We can boldly say that we are behind him come 2019. Kudos to the executive chairman of AHOADA East for renovation of AHOADA East Secretariat. And then this was not very clear, but I think basically he's commending you for a job well done.
Thank you.
You're barely 3 months old. One is wondering why this commendation. Did you actually prepare for the job, or it came as a way of politicking?
Well, I'll rather say I love my people, and my people love me. I've served the party from 1998 up to the very point I was elected chairman. And so I know what our people want.
Yes.
And that is, first of all, what the ordinary Ekbeman wants is respect. The Ekbeman should be able to see you whenever he wants to see you. And they don't really need much from you. They want you to respect them. And so that's exactly what we're giving them. They want to see you when they want to see you. You should not stay in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, and lead them, from outside. And that's exactly what we're doing. When they hold wrestling and all that, for example, during our wrestling season, I made sure I went through virtually all, the wrestling.
Well, let's take this call again. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. This is Stewardship Live. You're live to the studios of RTV, and the program is Stewardship. We have our guest chairman of AHOADA East local government area. You may say your name and then ask your questions or contributions.
Okay, my name is Precious Dogini, calling from AHOADA East.
Precious calling from AHOADA East. Go on.
Yes, Precious Dogini, calling from AHOADA East.
Yes, go on.
Mine is not really a question, but I want to talk about what our chairman has been doing so far.
Go on.
Okay, with what we are seeing on ground, the chairman of AHOADA East, Ben Eke, has done so much. In terms of the youth, he has carried the youth along so much to the extent that he has created employment for the youth, their environmental sanitation and all the rest. So in terms of security, he has been very active in responding to any distress calls. By
Are you one of Barrister Ben Eke's employees?
I am not really one of them, but I just enjoy the things he has been doing. I do see, I do.
Thank you so much.
See, and people do talk.
Thank you so much. I'm sure the chairman appreciates your comment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. You may say your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, if you go on with my name, I'm calling from AHOADA East.
You say your name is what?
I'm calling from AHOADA.
Okay, go on.
From Mochiwa, precisely.
All right.
Yeah. My chairman, sir.
Afternoon.
Okay. I want to appreciate the governor, the city governor of River State, for his numerous projects he has cited in AHOADA.
Okay.
And the one being completed and those ongoing.
Okay.
And at the same time, Chairman, sir,
Thank you.
I want to appreciate you also for the work which you put so far on in the LGA concerning the environment.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You've done everywhere, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
This is RSTV live with Stewardship. We have the chairman, AHOADA East Local Government Area, right here in the studio.
Okay, I'm from AHOADA East. I'm Mr. Felix calling from AHOADA East.
Felix, go on with your questions or comments.
Yes, our chairman don't try well. Our chairman don't do things where we like. You don't build school for us. You don't do things where we like. You pay us. Within money.
Within 3 months.
So I think God make it to try more.
Thank you.
Try more.
Thank you, Felix.
More for us.
Thank you, Felix.
We like the chairman well.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, you're fondly loved by your people. But let's talk about security. You know that AHOADA East is one of the flashpoints. Yeah. And it was also in the news yesterday that there were some kind of disturbances around the AHOADA municipalities. Yeah. Tell us about what you're doing to curb insecurity, especially with the elections around the corner.
Well, majorly I think it's just to create employment for the youth.
Okay.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We are doing our best. I told you, we just announced that the ward leaders should get us 100 persons, per ward, so that we'll get them engaged one way or the other. I also told you that the essay on youth is getting names of youth, in fact, that will also help to get some skills. And this we intend to do monthly. I know that if the youth are gotten off the streets, certainly the insecurity issue will be a thing of the past.
Okay. Yes. But Mr. Chairman, are there projects that this present administration has cited in AHOADA East? Because so much accolades for the governor. If you go to Asaritoro, his presence is felt there. If you go to Tegeba, his presence is felt there. Yeah. If you go to Gubolo or Krika, or everywhere, accolades here. The roads are shining. The roads are open for people to access. What are the projects the governor cited in your local area?
Well, I'll say AHOADA East is no exception. We have enjoyed so many projects from His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike. I know that barely a month into office, he took over, I would say, the construction of Edoha, Ekata, Ochiba Road. Now, that project was started by the previous administration, but then it was abandoned because Right Honorable Chibudo Muche didn't move with them to the APC. And then certainly because they had some issues, and so it was abandoned. Now, during his campaigns, His Excellency promised the people of Opata Kingdom and that upon being elected, he would finish the construction of the road. And then he kept to his word. As I speak to you now, that very project has been completed. Now, we have the AHOADA Ojemereni Ihubogo Ojeke Road. That project is really ongoing. It's ongoing with drains. Now, we have AHOADA Ekpena Road.
AHOADA Ekpena Road?
Yes, that project is ongoing. As I speak to you, there is a zonal hospital.
Mr. Chairman, let's just take this call and then we'll come back to the governor's projects in your area.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. You're on to RSTV and the program is Stewardship, live here in RSTV.
Please, I'm Ruben, calling from AHOADA Town.
Ruben, calling from AHOADA Town. Please go on with your question or comments.
Yes, I want to commend the local government chairman for the few weeks and few months he has been in office. He has done so well to his people. Come for in the town, he stays at the local government chairman's lodge on the day he was sworn in. He
teachable at all times, comfort in terms of empowerment. He has done so well. Even at the villages, he has picked some names, like in the world, 200 names in the world for empowerment. And have a mutual relationship with the corps members in AHOADA East. Since I have grown up in this town, he's the first chairman to have created this relationship between him and the corps members in the LGA. I'm so grateful that
what do you call corps members? You mean the youth corpers?
Yes, the youth corpers. He has made them to feel the impact of democracy in AHOADA East. See them remember and to know that they are like the indigenous of the town.
Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We heard. Let's give others a chance to also contribute. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're on to the live studio of RSTV and the program is Stewardship. We have Ben Eke, Chairman of the East Local Government Area.
Yes, my name is Comrade Godtime as I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Comrade who?
Yes.
Comrade who?
Comrade Godtime Echo.
Best time. Go on.
Godtime Echo.
Oh, God's time, I see. Go on, please.
Yes. I want to commend the executive chairman of AHOADA local government. Because in these few months, he has just started his practice. He has been doing marvelously well. He takes care of the youth. In fact, every month, every week, he gives the youth money, not especially. At the end of the month, he tells the youth about on work. So this little more that the chairman has done is doing perfectly well. I want to encourage him. He should keep it up and do
Thank you.
more.
Thank you, God's time. Thank you, God's time. Thank you, God's time. Mr. Chairman, so much accolades, so much praises. Yes, talk about security.
Yeah, I have told you AHOADA relatively is peaceful. You had them say I go on road walk. What I do every month.
And this confirms that you actually dwell with the people.
Every first Saturday of the month, myself, political appointees, stakeholders, and indeed the youth corpers in AHOADA will do road walk.
Okay.
And after that, we do some sort of call it town hall meeting, and then at night we unwind. It's a monthly thing, and we intend to continue because some persons have the impression that AHOADA is not safe. But that we're doing that, it goes a long way to, in fact, counter that. And, you know, AHOADA is relatively peaceful, and like I said, we are partnering, synergizing well with the security agencies by way of providing logistics. That's the much we can do. And then to continue to sensitize our people on the need, to have a safe environment, devoid of violence. And the one sure way is by empowering them and telling them about the dangers of violence. That's what we're doing.
Mr. Chairman, we'll take another short break. This will be our final break before we call it a day. And I want to appeal to our callers to be a little bit patient with us. This time around, when we return, we shall take more of your calls. Please stay with us. Don't go away. Stewardship with SNB. If you have just joined us, the program is Stewardship, and my guest here in the studio live is the chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Area, the Honorable Barrister Ben Eke. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. Together, we shall make it happen here in the studio. Mr. Chairman, pipe bomb water. Somebody just called, sent a message. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Please, I would want to find out what you are doing concerning potable water in your area. 080-685-8011-911. Do you know that number sent to this text?
Well, in terms of water, we have taken statistics of the number of boreholes and monoponds. We intend to carry out some repairs on most of them. Now, the worst hit with the issue of water, potable water, are the coastal communities. The dredging works, in in the rivers and all that have really affected them. So we intend to carry out repairs. And as I speak to you, we have taken 10 of them, 5 monopumps and 5 boreholes. Repairs will be effected from next week.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You may say your name.
Okay, my name is Solomon Bob.
Okay, Mr. Bob, go on with the call. Where are you calling from, please?
From Port Harcourt.
Thank you so much. You have Ben Eke, Chairman AHOADA East, here with us live.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm calling to not to pose a question, to appreciate and publicly acknowledge the chairman's good works in AHOADA East.
Oh, that's great.
He's been a fantastic chairman since he came on board. He's done marvelous things. He's brought about a weekly sanitation exercise at the top of the place right now. He's developing the old council secretary that the battle several years, or decades in fact. And he's making just about everyone happy, from the old to the young. He pays salaries as and when due. He's doing entitlements to so many people, youth groups.
Are you a local government staff?
I am not, but I'm on the ground.
Okay.
I know what goes on. I know what goes on there. People are seeing his presence every day.
Okay.
So it's been a marvelous chairman for us all, and someone that the government is very proud of. People are very proud of him.
Thank you so much.
Some women, everybody are very proud of him.
Thank you.
Just about what he's doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank him and urge him to keep doing what he's doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Chairman, a message came in here that what motivated you to start up a sanitation exercise in AHOADA East local government area? What was it? Was the community, was the area dirty when you met it?
Well, I will say the place, AHOADA town majorly, was not particularly clean. Not particularly clean. The area where the chairman's lodge is situated, which is also close to the police station and all that, used to be flooded. And then some engineers told me, we needed to construct culverts about 2, 3, 4. And when we checked, that would have, taken us about 20-something million, to arrange. And then I thought, I looked at the drains and all that, I saw that they were blocked. I said, we should try that first. And then we started employing people. We asked them to, clean the drains. And behold, all the flooding stopped. And so that precipitated or actuated, my, ensuring that, sanitation exercises are carried out on daily basis. And right now as I speak to you, virtually all the drains in AHOADA are clean, and people are happy. So we intend to even employ more people.
Mr. Chairman, another text here again. Honorable Chairman, sir, it's obvious that you are doing very well in terms of environmental sanitation and security. But what is your plan for the people's empowerment? This is coming from Barrister Eze Ake from AHOADA.
Well, I will just be repeating myself. I have said for now, in fact, we started empowerment programs from the very first month, we came into office. Again, we have asked the essay on youth matters to compile names, taking one person per ward, making 13 every month. And then we intend to ask them what kind of trade they intend to, acquire, or skill they intend to acquire. And then we'll sponsor. It's a monthly thing. And so by the time we'll do this, from now till December, we'll know how many youths would have taken from the streets. Now, those lists we're going to get from the wards to 1,300 per month, we'll empower them. We'll empower them.
We'll take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good day.
Good afternoon. This is RSTV Stewardship here in the station.
My name is Comrade Paul Ogbo. I am calling from AHOADA, River State.
Comrade Paul Ogbo, you're calling from AHOADA, yes.
Chairman of AHOADA, who have done marvelously well I want to thank God on his behalf.
Thank you so much.
My endless prayer that the good Lord continue to guide and guide me as my Lord and Master.
Thank you so much.
He has carried the youth along. He has kept to his election promises. In fact, he has also been to his master's revision, giving us the privileges, giving the task here, giving us the colleges and others. In fact, God is his strength. It is my prayer, like I earlier said, may the good Lord continue to guide and guide me, and is my Lord and Master. I want to thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Paul, thank you so much for that contribution. Yes, Mr. Chairman, 2019 is just around the corner. What are the chances of the governor being re-elected in 2019? Tell us about it.
Very bright. I don't see any person standing against the governor because he has done so well. I just told you about some projects in the LG, AHOADA East, and that is what he has done in all the local governments. There is just no local government that has not benefited from the good works of Governor Wike. So I don't think anybody has what it takes, to run against him in 2019. Yes. So I see him.
So how much sensitization have you carried out to actually bring the people to on the same page with you? You are sounding very positive.
No, weekly my people were in AHOADA. The women are all singing Governor Wike. As for the ladies, I'm talking about the girls. There we have PDP female youths. We have WSM, we have GDI. So they are sensitizing people.
Mr. Chairman, only recently a senator from your local government area defected to the opposition party. What does it portend for 2019 election? Does it give you a sleepless night?
Why?
Tell us.
Why? I see his exit as good riddance to bad rubbish. I can tell you that, well, he has been fortunate. He's been in office since 1999. He was in the State Assembly, he was in House of Reps, and then Senate. But I can tell you, I am a lawyer. Let him sue me. The man has not cited one project, constituency project, from that 1999.
To date?
He is a greedy person. So we see his exit as good riddance to bad rubbish. The man has not empowered one man. As I speak to you, if he defects today, except they hire people from outside, nobody will follow him. Nobody. Quote me. And let him sue me. Let him point at one project he has cited in AHOADA East or in the whole of the Central District. So we see he was a liability, and we're looking for a way to say
he was a liability.
He was a liability.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's your relationship with the legislative arm of government in your local government area?
I would say it's convivial. I would say it's cordial. Very cordial.
No reason to quarrel?
No, don't quarrel.
How are you able to carry the people along on the shoulders? Your political appointees, the people, and of course, friends that will be clustering around you. How would you want to describe your greatest challenge being chairman of AHOADA East local government area?
Well, the greatest challenge, I would say, is just funds with which to pay them. Because as I speak to you, we, have very little, like I said, in terms of allocation. But let me just say, for the councillors, our relationship has been cordial. Cordial in the sense that, they reciprocate, what we're also doing for them. It will interest you to know that we were the first to send, our councillors on training. The very next day after their inauguration, we made sure they, acquire some legislative training. And then in terms of allowances, I beat my chest to say we're about, the best in terms of payment of allowances.
Let's just take the last call and then we'll wrap up this program. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, you may say your name and then tell us where you're calling from. You are about the last caller on this program.
My name is Divido.
Your name is what?
My name is Divido.
Divido?
Yes, Divido.
Oh, Divino, I see. Okay, Divino calling from AHOADA. Divino calling from AHOADA. Yes, go on.
And I want to say that the work of our executive chairman, it can never be over-emphasized. I want to be brief and concise here. There is now more security, reduction of the terrorists, youth empowerment, and one of the beneficiaries. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, time is not on our side. From what I'm I've been receiving messages from my producers that time is really not on our side. That's a package today on the program.
But
Stewardship.
I've not said much about what the governor has done.
Well, in 1, 2, 3 minutes, could you just summarize?
Well, like I said, in terms of roads, he has done so well. We have a hospital that is near completion. What is remaining there is just the painting, I would say. In terms of schools, he has built two new schools. Now, if you go to County High School, it's like a university now, in reconstruction. And so the man has done so well. Okay. Yes. And we can go on and on and on. Only recently, you know, that he has directed that faculties of humanity and social sciences recited. So it shows that he's one man that is detribalized. He's one man that wants development to get to the nooks and crannies of the state. So he doesn't have a problem in 2019. He doesn't.
He doesn't. The governor does not have a problem in 2019. In the words of the chairman of AHOADA East Local Government Area, who is our guest here in our studio live on the program Stewardship. That's the size of our package for this week's edition. I want to thank you so much for being a part of it, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much for being a part of it.
Thank you.
I want to believe that whenever we call upon you, you will come to shed more light on local government administration. Well, from all of us here in the studio, I mean the technical crew, and of course, every other person that contributed, including those of you who participated, we want to thank you so much for making our day today. Thank you. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid.